I got a very sweet letter in yesterday's batch of mail. And really with the best intentions. This letter was asking a question based on an experience she'd had with another teacher where there was a huge opening, deep opening, true opening. And then further experiences with me and just in life where there's a really opening and feeling calm, feeling happier. And her question was, is she enlightened? She wanted to know, well, am I enlightened? It is funny. It's the sweetest question, so I hope whoever wrote it is also laughing a little bit. And we could get into a discussion of what enlightenment is and what are the qualities of enlightenment and the marks of enlightenment, the signs of enlightenment. But the gift of Ramana, this huge gift of Ramana, this radical, cutting at the root gift of Ramana that was passed on through Papaji, and here is in your heart, is really turning that question back. Who is it who is enlightened or unenlightened? And if that question is truly asked, then the presence of who you are is so far beyond any question of enlightenment or unenlightenment. And then you're enlightened. But it's not the I who asks the question. You see, that's still a thought. Am I enlightened? Is still following a thought. Oh, I am because I felt oceanic just a minute ago. Or I'm not because I feel contracted right now. Oh, I am because I haven't had any bad thoughts in 3 weeks. Oh, I'm not because I'm having a negative thought. This is still referencing who you are to a thought or a feeling or a circumstance. And who you are is closer than any of that. And true inquiry, which we have been playing with here, this time together, true inquiry, is really examining all of those places where you have assigned your identity. And one of the places, one of the spiritual identities, is the identity of the one who is enlightened now, finally, so that then I can get on with my life. Or then people will be nice to me, or then I'll get some respect, or then... So if that question arises, am I enlightened? You just take a moment to be fully and absolutely and completely unenlightened. Because that's what that question is based on. Unenlightenment. Just be unenlightened. With no reaching or searching for enlightenment. Just a moment. You can go right back to the search. But just take one free moment. And tell the truth of what is experienced in that. And then if the search is pursued, it's fine. Then it's really a yogic search. You're searching to purify or modify or perfect the character or the body or the emotions or the mind. That's fine. That's a yogic practice. Different, it's not always called yoga, but it's a yogic practice. But at least in that moment, the practice won't be about getting someplace. There will already have been a recognition of what is here. When you are fully not what it is you think you have to be if you complete your practice. if you fully directly experience the worst that you imagine, that not only are you not enlightened, but you will never be enlightened. Enlightenment is impossible for you throughout all time, and you're the only one it's impossible for you. Yes, you knew it all along, so... So to really directly experience that, then the joke is self-evident. It's really self-evident. You get the joke. You're the butt of the joke. You are God making jokes at itself. It's such a trap. And the word itself is a trance word. You hear the word enlightenment and you go into a trance. Based on what you've read, based on what you've been taught, based on what you've experienced, based on what you think anyone is saying at any time, based on what editors and translators have passed down to you throughout time, the great sages. It's like, you go into the enlightenment trance. And either I am enlightened and I can enlighten you if you do everything I say. And you're bad because you're not doing it. I've seen this with teachers, they get furious with their students because they won't get what the teacher wants them to get. Same as a parent getting furious with a child. Or a child getting furious with a parent. So it just is a transference of the same old conditioning. So if we just forget that word, and we forget the word God, and we forget the word truth, and we forget the word love, and we forget the word freedom, and we forget the word that you go by as your name, and you forget the word that identifies your body as a particular gender, and it's self-evident what is closer than any word. Self-evident what is here, what is always here. Then you use any word you like, and it's informed by that evidence. You use the word I, and you're referring to your body, and it's informed by that evidence. You use the word I, and it's speaking of the totality of our being, and it's informed by that evidence of direct experience.